In 1970 in New York City, a starting lawyer going into a prestigious firm and a starting teacher going into public education had a differential in their entry salary of about $2,000. Now, including salary and bonus, that starting lawyer makes $160,000 while starting teachers in New York make $45,000 a year. Today, the starting salary for a teacher in the world is $30,377. In comparison, the average starting salary for a computer program is almost $44,000. A registered nurse starts at around $46,000. The gap only grows after years of teaching. I was quite shocked after seeing the average teacher salary around the world. Singapore is number one with their teachers receiving almost $46,000 a year, and the USA was in second, which I found very surprising. I was also very shocked to see countries like China so low with their average salaries at $17,000 a year. The lowest was Egypt with only $10,000. Raising the teacher salary would improve public schools. Many people believe the U.S. should raise the status of the teaching profession by recruiting more qualified candidates, training them better, and paying them more. In other places like Korea, Singapore, and Finland, they only recruit high-performing college graduates for teaching positions. They support them with mentoring and other help in the classroom and take steps to raise respect for those professions. Teaching is no longer a high-status occupation in the U.S. and is not being sought after as much as it used to be. Many people think teaching is easy because they get summers off, but most successful, dedicated teachers work long hours for little pay and receive little support from their leadership. Studies show that teachers work 40 hours or longer a week. Most teachers don't actually get summers off. They're either working a second job to pay the bills, teaching summer school, taking classes to advance their career, or working on lessons plans for the next year. A new report ranks North Carolina 42nd in the U.S. for teacher pay. Last year we were 47th. The average teacher in North Carolina makes $47,000 a year. In comparison, the number one state for teaching is Michigan. When cost of living is taken into account, Michigan teachers have an average salary of $61,000. That's a difference of over $13,000. No wonder teachers are choosing to relocate. Reports show the United States falling quickly behind in academics. American teenagers are especially lacking in math. The report named 5 things the United States education reformers could learn. The U.S. must adopt common academic standards, develop better tests for use by teachers in diagnosing students' day-to-day learning needs, and training more effective school leaders. The number one priority is to make a concerted effort to raise the status of teaching jobs. Do teachers deserve a raise? Yes, they do. Teachers have one of the most important jobs in the world. My aunt taught for over 30 years and still struggled financially. My uncle is a professor and he makes a little bit more than a teacher would. He also has to watch his spending. Together, they make less than some lawyers do in 1 year, and actually most professions make more than that. Teachers need a pay raise to support their families. Teachers usually work out of passion, but that may not be the case anymore when the money is not there. Many teachers are having to pick up a second job. This is exhausting and takes away from their effort in the classroom. Teaching salaries have declined over the past 40 years. In the past decade, the salaries of teachers have decreased further in 30 states. Today, the average salary is $57,379. Teachers who work for over 25 years average about $67,000 a year. People who work as insurance appraisers or a skycap in an airport make more money than that. If teachers were paid more, there'd be more motivated students who would want to become teachers. Teacher shortages would decrease dramatically, and higher salaries mean higher learning. Studies have shown that high beginning teacher salaries were among the top factors that differentiated by top performing school systems from other schools. Teachers work long hours and deal with children all day, which most people couldn't and wouldn't choose to do. They take the time to go the extra mile to teach the kids who may not understand something. Some may even take their free time and coach or tutor. Teachers have many responsibilities. They not only have to educate and set everyone up for the future, but they may also have to take on the role of a counselor if they have a student in need. Teachers have to be good at communicating effectively and good entertainers in order to keep the attention of the class. They have to be good role models and have to manage their time. Most teachers are really on the job 24/7, as when school gets out, they are attending meetings or grading papers. Teachers have to be organized enough to create lessons and units. There is a lot that teachers have to do that most people don't take into account or even realize. Teachers have to be creative and resourceful. Being a teacher is a pretty demanding job. As you see, teacher salaries just are not competitive enough to make a living. If anyone you know is a teacher, you have probably seen them struggle. The teaching job has become less and less attractive due to the low pay. Teacher shortages are a great example of people getting fed up with the low salaries. Raising the pay would improve recruitment and retain better quality teachers. Most people look at salaries when deciding to choose a college major and occupation, and they would look at the salary of teachers and would not want to pursue that. The salary needs to increase to keep up with the cost of living, which is also increasing. Teachers need a raise, and they need it soon.